Hamlet, written by William Shakespeare in 1601, is a powerful story about a young prince who must face secrets, betrayal, and hard choices after his father's death. This classic book blends mystery, emotion, and deep questions about right and wrong in a way that keeps readers thinking long after the story ends. The story begins in Denmark, where Prince Hamlet is feeling sad and lost. His father, the king, has recently died. His mother, Queen Gertrude, has married Hamlet's uncle, Claudius, very quickly after the funeral. Hamlet feels confused and upset. Then in a cold night, guards on the castle walls see a ghost that looks exactly like the old king. They are scared and unsure what to do. They decide to tell Hamlet because they believe the ghost might want to speak with him. Hamlet goes with the guards the next night. The ghost appears again and asks him to listen carefully. The ghost says he is Hamlet's father and that he was murdered. He explains that Claudius, Hamlet's uncle, murdered him by pouring poison in his ear while he slept. Hamlet is shocked and angry. The ghost asks him to seek justice, and Hamlet promises him that he will not forget. He feels the weight of this secret and wonders how he will prove the truth. He decides he must act carefully. Hamlet begins pretending to be confused and strange so that no one will suspect his real plan. People around him worry, and they try to understand what is wrong with him. Meanwhile, Polonius, an important advisor to the king, thinks Hamlet is acting strangely because he is in love with his daughter, Ophelia. He tells the king and queen his idea, hoping to sound wise. Ophelia wants to marry Hamlet, but is feeling sad because he has been acting cold and distant. She loves him, but she feels trapped between her father's rules and her own heart. Hamlet starts to doubt everyone. He feels alone and unsure who he can trust. Even his closest friends seem to be spying on him for the king. To learn the truth, Hamlet asks a group of actors to perform a play that shows a king being murdered by his brother. He wants to watch Claudius's reaction to see if he looks guilty. During the play, Claudius becomes very nervous and stands up suddenly. This is enough for Hamlet to know the ghost told the truth. He now knows his uncle is guilty. Hamlet begins to think more deeply about life and death. He wonders why people suffer and why it is so hard to make the right choices. These thoughts trouble him, but they also show how much he cares about truth and fairness. He does not want to harm anyone without reason, even though he feels pushed into a corner. One day, Hamlet walks alone and begins to speak one of the most famous lines in all of literature. To be or not to be? He wonders if it is better to keep living through his pain or to escape it by giving up. He is not planning to harm himself. He is simply thinking about how hard life can be and how brave people must be to face their problems. This moment shows how deeply he feels everything inside his heart. Shakespeare reminds the readers that even the strongest people can feel lost when life becomes confusing. He shows that everyone, no matter their age or status, may struggle to understand their feelings and make the right choices. Hamlet goes to speak with his mother. He wants her to understand how wrong things have become. As they talk, he hears someone hiding behind a curtain. Thinking it is Claudius spying on him, Hamlet quickly strikes through the curtain. But he discovers he has accidentally killed Polonius instead. This makes things even more dangerous. Claudius uses this moment to get rid of Hamlet. He sends him to England, pretending it is for safety. Secretly, he plans for Hamlet to be executed once he arrives there. As days pass, the castle becomes a place full of secrets. Everyone seems to watch everyone else. Hamlet feels the pressure growing heavier, and he knows that any wrong step could be dangerous. Still, he tries to stay loyal to his father's memory while protecting the people he loves. On the trip, Hamlet discovers the secret plan. He manages to escape and returns to Denmark. He now feels even more determined to face his uncle. At the same time, Ophelia becomes overwhelmed with sadness after her father's death. She loses control of her mind and later dies in a tragic accident that breaks many hearts. After Ophelia's death, Hamlet is filled with sadness and guilt. He realizes how much pain his actions and his silence have caused her. He begins to understand that revenge does not hurt only the guilty. It also hurts the innocent people standing nearby. This makes him rethink what justice really means. A few days later, Ophelia's brother, called Laertes, returns home angry and wanting revenge for his father and sister. Claudius uses Laertes' anger to create a plan to kill Hamlet. Claudius and Laertes decide to challenge Hamlet to a fencing match. They prepare a sword with poison on the tip. They also plan to offer Hamlet a cup of poisoned wine to make sure that he does not survive. Hamlet arrives and agrees to the match. Since his return to Denmark, he feels wiser and more confident. He also knows that he cannot escape his responsibility forever. He understands that facing truth is better than running from it. Even though he fears the outcome, he decides to act with courage and accept whatever fate brings. During the match, both Hamlet and Laertes are cut by the poison blade. Their injuries are deadly. The queen drinks from the poisoned cup by mistake and collapses. Laertes realizes how wrong the plan was. With his last breath, he tells Hamlet everything. Hamlet finally knows all the details of the plot against him. Hamlet, now dying, uses his final strength to strike Claudius. He makes sure Claudius can no longer harm anyone. Justice is finally done. Hamlet asks his friend Horatio to tell the world what truly happened and gives Fortinbras, whose father was assassinated by Hamlet's father, his support to be the new king. With great sadness, Horatio says goodbye as Hamlet dies. The kingdom is left in shock after so much loss, and soldiers come to restore order. In the final scene, Fortinbras arrives, claims the crown, and orders a funeral for Hamlet. The story of Hamlet ends with a feeling of sorrow, but also with a message. Even in dark times, truth and courage matter. It shows that choices have power and that seeking justice can come at a great cost. Shakespeare teaches us to think before acting, to listen to our hearts, and to be careful about whom we trust. He also reminds us how important honesty and kindness are in a world full of challenges. Thank you for watching. If you love classic books and would like to see more videos like this, subscribe to our channel. Every week we dive into another masterpiece to inspire your mind and heart. See you in the next one.